My own purpose, Mr. Speaker, sir, was that we should establish the dignity of non-violence and we should raise the sound of silence, a truly silent protest. They complied with my request. I am grateful to them. But Mr. Speaker, sir, the example was lost. The sheer dignity and the sound of silence was unfortunately torn apart and tattered in shreds in my own city of Lahore. And we are, in fact, reducing and degrading. Nauzubillah, nobody can do it. But in the mind of the non-Muslims, the world, we are reducing the image not only of us, but of that greatest of greatest human beings, the Rahmatul lil Alameen. Because we are his image, we have to be in his image. And this is what they see. To think of what will happen on that day. I wish we could all be non-violent. Fine, I would be very happy. If we could all renounce violence. If we could make sure there'd be no violence. But tempers have to be brought down.
In March 2007, Pakistan faced a grave challenge. General Musharraf dismissed and arrested the Chief Justice. Ahsan launched a non-violent lawyers' movement for the restoration of the Chief Justice. During the movement, the Chief Justice and Ahsan crisscrossed the country addressing bar associations. Aitzaz also addressed public meetings. In one such journey, he drove continuously for 26 hours. Aitzaz also represented the Chief Justice in the Supreme Court as his attorney. Between April and July 2007, Aitzaz pleaded before 13 judges and convinced the bench. On July 20th, 2007, the Chief Justice was reinstated. But the General was not pleased. On November the 3rd, he arrested the Chief Justice as well as Aitzaz Ahsan. Many other judges and hundreds of lawyers were detained. Released 5 months later, Ahsan again agitated for the reinstatement of the independence of judges. He galvanized lawyers across the country and mobilized the masses. In his speeches, he pointed out that an independent judiciary was needed to attract investment and to win the war on terror. To make concessions to the lawyers' movement, General Musharraf was forced to allow the exiled leaders Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif to return. He was finally made to bow out himself. But his successor, President Asif Ali Zardari, was also not prepared to allow the reinstatement of the Chief Justice. Ahsan had to carry on the movement even though his own party was now in office. For 2 years, Ahsan sustained the movement in the face of police brutality. But he kept it non-violent. The world saw it as the only popular, non-violent, plural and moderate movement in the Islamic world. It got stronger by the day. They came from all over the country. They came with funeral clothes on their bodies. Ultimately, in March 2009, exactly 2 years after the Chief Justice had first been deposed, the judges were reinstated. Ahsan, the Chief Justice, the lawyers and the people of Pakistan triumphed. In an atmosphere of intolerance and hatred, Aitzaz has written poetry of love, tolerance and non-violence.
एक तरफ है जनता सारी, एक तरफ है चंद घराने, एक तरफ है भूखे नंगे, एक तरफ कारों के खजाने। एक तरफ है माएं बहनें, एक तरफ तहसील और थाने, एक तरफ है तीसरी दुनिया, एक तरफ बेदाद पुराने। एक तरफ अमृत के धारे, एक तरफ हैं धारे बिस्के, सारी दुनिया पूछ रही है बोलो अब तुम साथ हो किसके। हम ये वादा कर बैठे हैं हम साथी हैं मजदूरों के, हम हामी हैं मजलूमों के, हम साथी हैं मजबूरों के। मजहब की तफरीक न होगी अब हम सारे एक हुए हैं, दुनिया भर के सारे बेकस गम के मारे एक हुए हैं। आँखों में सब ख्वाब है रोशन, हाथों में उम्मीद का परचम, दुनिया सारी मुट्ठी में है लब पे तराना मध्यम मध्यम। कदम से अपने कदम मिलाकर अभी मुसाफिर तय करना है, महकूमी के गीत में हमने आजादी की लय भरना है। नया सवेरा आने को है, रात अंधेरी जाने को है, आजादी और आजादी भी तेरी मेरी आने को है। रियासत होगी माँ की जैसी, हर शहरी से प्यार करेगी, अदल मिलेगा हर इंसान को, जुल्म को जितना खत्म करेगी।